Hey guys, it's Kelly Ann and welcome to my 2022 WIP parade. This could also be a ditch the stitch. We will find out as we go through my WIPs. I have them stacked up here. I have 4 bins stacked up, and then I also have this new thing that I brought home at Christmas that was given to me, that the things that I'm currently working on or want to put some time into at the beginning of the year, they're gonna go in here to be toted around from room to room. And hopefully over this next year, I can limit the things that I start, at least big things for sure, and dwindle down some of this pile. So I also have my pivot table document open next to me, my Excel spreadsheet, and so I'll be able to tell you the year that I started things in. I don't keep track of like days and months and things like that. Some may have stories to go with them and some may not. We'll just see what happens, and I hope that you enjoy the ride that is this year's WIP parade, possible ditch the stitch. We'll see. I have a couple that are marked for the possibility of being ditched, so we'll see how that goes. Let's see what else before we get started. I can let you know what fabrics things are on, and let's just dive in and see where life takes us. Okay, all right, so the first one that I'm going to show you, actually the first several that I'm going to show you are ones that you've been recently seeing because they aren't living in bins. So still no progress. But this is from Britter Cup with Thy Needle and Threads Snowball Collection, and this is the family photo pattern out of that collection of 7. So this is where I'm at, and this is on a 16 count crystal Aida from Picture This Plus in confetti, but I did over dye it and modify the color with coffee and tea. Really love this one. I love this whole series and set, so this one is definitely going in the bin next to me. So you'll see that some stuff eventually makes its way back into bins, possibly, and some stuff will end up in the special bin right next to me. So I do want to get this set finished. That's number 4. So there's 7 patterns in there. I have 3 of them done. That's my 4th one. So once that one is done, I'll have 3 left. So I do want to keep this one out and keep it a priority and get the whole series done. All right, the next one. I have a kitted up project in here as well as a WIP. This one I did get some work done on over the Christmas break, but not a whole lot, so you might not really notice. But this one is a Mighty Fortress. This is from Heartstring Samplery, and this is I believe it's a 28 count. Let me double check. .28 count Picture This Plus crystal truffle. Really like this. I love the sparkle in it, and yeah, I just think it's beautiful. The colors, the flowers, and this one is definitely going to be staying in the bin. I want to work on this one more for sure. You can hear Stella, she is in a fit. Those are both 2021 starts, just by the way. A lot, actually the first several that you're gonna see are 2021 starts. So this is another 2021 start. This is another Britter Cup with Thy Needle and Thread. This was a newer release, the Bells of Christmas. I am putting mine on one piece of fabric and kind of modifying it to look like one piece. The pattern is for 2 separate bell-shaped pillows. And I can only give you so much information about this fabric. So this is one that I dyed. Again, this is a 2021 start, but this is one that I dyed. It's a 14 count Aida, but I dyed it about 7 or 8 years ago with ice. I do know that I ice dyed it, and I believe I did it with brown, black, and tan, but it's been so long I cannot confirm any of that information. It's possibly talked about in a video a very, very, very long time ago, like probably at the start of me making videos about 6 years ago. So anyways, this is how far I am. This one I want to keep out. It does stitch up pretty fast. The reason why I stopped working on it is because I'm still trying to figure out what color I want to do the words. I thought that I'd be really happy with this rust color. It has potter hair all over it. I thought that I would be really happy with this more rust color for the words and kind of have them like stand out but also blend in, and I'm just not. So I need to figure out what I want to make the words, if it's a color that's already in the kit or if I want to pick something else out. And once I have that established, I'll probably get that one going again because it goes pretty fast and it's really beautiful and it's a lot of fun. So another WIP. So now we're at 4 WIPs right now. This is a Farmhouse Christmas. Now I had started this one whenever this series first started coming out back in 2018, and she's releasing a Farmhouse Fall series that also has 9 parts and has a quilt in the center part and all this whatever. And I'm really hoping that there's going to be a spring and a summer. I did ask on Instagram, no reply to that question. But I decided that I wanted to start this one over because I really want to do the fall one. And especially if there's a spring summer one, I would love to finish them all the same and display them in a particular way. So anyways, last time I stopped working on it because I didn't like how much white there was. I didn't like the fabric that I started it on, and I just kind of fell out of love with it and wanting to work on it. So picked a new fabric, kept all the same colors but added a color to kind of have more options to play around with, to customize some of the blocks and things like that, and I'm really happy with it right now. So I restarted this probably about a month or so ago, so in 2021, and this is on a 32 count Lugana from Picture This Plus in the color Ariel. And so the only change so far that I've made is doing the outline in a dark navy blue, which I'm using, so one of this 791 for. And I love it on this fabric. It's also, I'm going to be able to like tweak maybe like the truck instead of making it red, and a couple other things to just make it my own and make it look more Texas Americana Christmas, which also makes me more excited to stitch on it as well. But I am very excited to get the fall farmhouse started soon as well, and I'm gonna try and work on them simultaneously to get both of them done this next year. And that series is from Little House Needleworks. I'm quickly filling up this bin. All right, so I have some others sitting over there and a couple in front of me, but we're gonna work through some of the bins first, and I'm gonna take this off because it's just gonna fall off anyways. These may be more in order than not, maybe. All right, let's see. So I put little tags on all of them out on the outside. So this one is Matter's Choice. Matter's Choice is by, I'm trying to make this quick and I'm just slow at reading. Carriage House Samplings. I started it in 2020 And this is on a fabric that I believe is 28 count. It's one that was gifted to me and I overdyed it. And I named it Rainbow Sherbet. It's a very small start. Very, very, very small. Literally just have part of the center of the house worked on. But I believe this is a 28 count because the stitches are a little big. And I just went crazy with colors, and so I named it Rainbow Sherbet. And this is my tiny, tiny start on Matter's Choice from 2020. But I love it. And I'm stitching it monochromatic with Gentle Arts Blackbird. So, really like that one. I am going to modify the pattern just a little bit. I'm going to leave some stuff out. But yeah, that one's not going anywhere. This next one is United We Stand. This is a Teresa Cuget. Am I ever saying that right? I'm not really sure. I believe this one was also started in 2020. Yes. Teresa Cuget 2020, and this is on a 32 count piece of Pictures Plus Cauldron, and this is how far I've gotten. I really need to work on this some more. I think it's super pretty, and so maybe closer to like the summer when there's a lot of Americana stitching going on, this will come back out. But I love the colors of this. The colors that were picked for this are more kind of like vintage reds and blues and things like that, and so they play really nicely with the blue fabric with the orange modeling. Okay. The next one is Pasta Time. This is by Soda Stitch, and this is another fabric that I dyed myself. Let me make sure the count on this though. It's an 18 count, and I started it in 2017. So a big reason why this one got put off to the side, because Soda Stitches actually go pretty fast for as many colors as there are and as much backstitch there is. But they tend to go faster, and I really, really enjoy this one. I'm actually modifying it quite a bit. I'm leaving stuff out and kind of moving stuff up and kind of just customizing it a little bit. Anyways, I didn't have all of the colors, and I have since slowly filled the bag up with more of the colors. So I had kind of gotten to a point where I couldn't continue. But this is a piece of 18 count Aida that I coffee tea dyed, and then I took wine colored dye. And I believe actually the color from RIT is called wine. I could be wrong about that, but it's the wine-ish color. And I took an actual wine glass and I made these rings and splatters with an actual wine glass to kind of tie it all in together. But it has all the different pastas. The pattern may actually be in here. So, I'm leaving off these corners. I know that for sure. I'm taking out this scalloping and just moving this up. And there's just a little, I mean, it's not, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm shortening it up a little bit by taking out this like ruffle scallop stuff. I'm taking out the corners, and it's just going to be the rest of it. So I really do want to work on this one. I love and enjoy working on Soda Stitch patterns when I find one that I really like and want to work on. So they're a particular style, and you either like them or you don't. And I have liked so many over time and started so many of them over time, but then fell out of love with them because like my style and taste changed. This one I still really like. And actually this one I may go ahead and put in the travel container. We'll do that. All right, this one is Quaker Gone Haunted. Did I say that I started Pasta Time in 2017? I'm not sure. This one is Quaker Gone Haunted. This is by Michelle Inc. Needlework. And I started this one in 2019. It is on a piece of 32 count Picture This Plus Lugana in Truffle. And I love it. I need to get this one back out. It's so pretty. And I'm doing a lot of color converting on this one, and so nothing is 1-for-1 on this. I'm just having fun playing around with it. I'm doing a blend up at the top to kind of give it this like dirty kind of look. There's there's 2 Victorian mottos in this, 1 Victorian motto. I know there's at least one. Yeah, I love this one. I do need to get this one back out and work on this. This is one that I would love to finish this year. But yeah, started this in 2019. Let's see. Go ahead and pull the rest of these out so I can start stacking things back in. Make sure my little tags are facing the outside of the bucket. All right, so this next one is the Stitching Life. This is a heartstring samplery piece, and I want to say I started this in 2020. Yes, I started this in 2020. It's on a 32 count Lugana Picture This Plus doubloon, and I don't have a very big start. I am doing it 1/2 because I wanted it to have more of that antique kind of samplery look. And this one I am also shrinking. I am taking out the alphabet and I'm leaving in this phrase that says, I could use a little more stitching time in my life. So it's going to be from here down. I really like this one. It moves pretty fast. I just haven't gotten it out because you can move through it pretty fast because some of these motifs are pretty like small and manageable and words don't take very long. So the hardest part is going to be figuring out how to do the border up here, but it kind of, it's an even border. And so I just have to like time it or, you know, like check myself whenever it gets to this bend right here, and just go further up to do the zigzag across the top, and it should be fine. But yeah, a lot of smaller motifs. I should actually, let's keep this one out because that one could be fun to work on when, you know, like you want to feel accomplished but you don't have a whole lot of time to work on some of that stuff. The next one is Emily's House. I have a very small start on this. This is from Lindy Stitches, and this is on a 32 count Lugana Picture This Plus Tango. I'm not even sure what, this is either up or this is up. I'm not fully sure. I'm not fully sure. Okay, this is the correct way. I just looked. So this is Emily's House. It's a very, very, very small start on Tango. Yeah, I know. I started it in 2020. So not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Some of these are bigger ones. I've put them down and I just haven't gotten them back out, and I need to do that. Okay, this is Miss Bingleys Library. And Feast of Friendship. So I started these both at the same time. These are a Blackbird design. I started these in 2019. So this is a Blackbird design and a Plum Street sampler. So there's 2 different ones in here. I don't know which one I just pulled out. Okay, this is Feast of Friendship by Blackbird Designs. Again, I started both of these in 2019, and they're both on the same piece of fabric, which is 32 count Picture This Plus Legacy. So this is my Feast of Friendship house. I'm changing up a lot of the colors. I just get tired of doing houses after a while, so I just need to get it back out. But that house is massive. Massive. Poor little Stella. I love this pattern though. It's a lot of fun. It's really pretty. It's this beautiful blue house with the checkered roof. And then this is Mrs. Bingley's Library, and I really do love this one, but I am not gonna... What, Stella? What's up? Come here. Come here. See if she listens. So this is Mrs. Bingley's Library. I decided I want to do everything that's on the rooftop, so I want to finish the flower basket. I want to do the stack of books with the lady drinking her tea, but I am going to take out the smoke. I'm going to add a little tiny Stella in here, and I'm going to finish the lady. I'm going to pick out the rest of the house, and I'm going to call it a day. I may do the quote. I may still do the quote. It says, "I shall be miserable if I have not an excellent library." So I don't want to do the house. I was already taking out the top chunk of the house, and yeah, I don't want to do the house. I'll probably also put Stella on the tiny little stack of books, since Potter is on a small stack instead of a bird. So I'm going to take out, like I said, the smoke. I'm going to have the words. I'm going to have everything on the roof line and the words, and take everything else out. I have no idea. What are you doing? She's in a mood today. I don't know what number WIP I am on, but now you're witnessing the zoo that is my life. What are you doing? What are you doing? All right. All right, so this one, I'm not sure what it is. This one I just need to get done. This is Hands-On Designs Put on the Hat. I've had no desire to finish this one. It's been bad. When did I start this? It's been a while. I started this in 2020. This is the first one that the second one that I had started in the series. It's a series of six from Kathy from Hands-On Design. It came with the velvet from Lady Dot Creates, and I am doing the whole series on 32 count Lugana Picture This Plus Regency. This is the second one that I started, and then I stopped wanting to work on it. Last year I finished all the rest of the series. I finished the last 4 in sequestration. I think I did that like August to like the beginning of October. I got the other 4 finished. I still have yet to pick this one up. I'm gonna put this one in the bin. I have to get this one done in January. I am making myself get this one done in January. It still has the hoop and everything on it. I have a fair amount done. I just need to finish it and get it out. Get it out, get it done, be done with this series. I just haven't wanted to. I haven't wanted to work on Halloween stuff. I have mixed emotions about Halloween stuff at the moment. And so I just haven't wanted to work on it. So this one is going in the bin. This needs with a gazillion exclamation points needs to get finished in January. Please, somebody hold me accountable to this. Done. It's in the bin. It has to happen. That is a kit. You don't need to be here. Some of these are apparently kits in this bin. My child will drive me crazy. Okay. There's 2 kits in here, but one that's an active WIP. So let me dig it out. This was also a 2021 start. And this is on Pictures Plus 32 count Simprium. And it's Amazing Grace from Heartstring Samplery. So I also started this one in 2021. It goes rather fast. I've just been enjoying out of the 2 the other one that I've been working on. So I need to get this one back out, but this is the lyrics to Amazing Grace. I was trying to get a page finish over here, so I just need to get this one back out. So this one will definitely go in the bin. And it has 2 other kitted up items in it, so you never know. A new start might follow with the working on that one. This one, we'll skip for a hot second. This one is another one that I just need to get done. This one I started in, at this point I want to say 2020. Yes, I started in 2020. It's from the Emma Congdon or Stitchrovia's Cross Stitch Book for the Soul. You can get this on Amazon. She has this released in 2019. Wait. This released in 2020. In 2021, she released a book that is available through Amazon about nature and animals and things like that. And this upcoming year, 2022, she's releasing one that is like heart themed, which will be really interesting. There's several in here that I want to do, but the one that I have been doing is this one right here. The best is yet to come. I did change up some of the colors, some of them, not all of them. And this is how far I am. This is on an 18 count just piece of white Aida from Hobby Lobby. So really and essentially I have a little bit of I have the flowers to finish filling in. There's a tiny little pattern in the letters, but the rest is just fill. It's fill work. You have to pay attention, but it's fill work. And so this one is also going to go in the bin because I need to just get this done in January. Again, somebody please hold me accountable to getting this one done. Somebody hassle me at least once a week about those 2 stitches until they're done. So also going in the bin. This one will probably honestly go in that bin once at least 1 or 2 things are finished. But this is my Britter Cup monthly series bag. And I'm in the middle of June. This is a 2021. I don't have it marked on here. What month am I working on? I think I'm working on June. Yes. So this is where I'm at for the month of June. I have my colors picked. These go so fast. My goal was this year to get this series done, and I did not achieve that because I just started slowing down with my stitching in general whenever I switched my jobs this year, and things just got a little crazy and hectic. But I love this series. I'm almost halfway through it, so this is a goal for this year, is to get this series out of my pile. And I love them. And I pick all of my colors out 2 months at a time. So this one will go in the traveling around bin of WIPs as soon as at least 1 or 2 things come out. And why do I not have that marked as something that I have started? That is a 14 count Ada that I coffee tea dyed, or I actually don't even know if it was coffee and tea. It was at least tea dyed, years ago. Again, back whenever I like very first even started my channel is whenever I started that. Okay. The next one in here is Tropical Hat Lady, and this one I actually really do miss working on, and I want to get her back out. When did I start her? This is another Carriage House samplings. I started this in 2020. Yeah, I need to get her back out. This is a 28 count linen from Hobby Lobby. It's oatmeal. It's just oatmeal fabric. It was gifted to me, and that's where I'm at. I love her. She's beautiful. It actually stitches up pretty fast. This is what she'll look like in the long run. Stunning. She's stunning. I really want to work on her. Ooh. I'm very quickly filling up my little carry around. That's okay. That's okay. I really, really love these. So, yeah. She's going in the bin. That's a fun one to stitch. It's still available. There's also a bee hat lady. Or is it beekeeper hat lady? Not really sure. But, it's also really pretty. I like her more. This one was a freebie. I don't mind showing it to you. You can't get it anymore, but it was a freebie back in 2017. God, is that whenever I started it? I really need to finish this too. It's actually ridiculous. When did I start? Please tell me I didn't start it in 2017. Where is it at? Where are you at? Let me go to the other page because it might be easier for me to find. This was a freebie from Modern Folk Embroidery. There it is. It was called Earth Day 2017. I started in 2020. Okay. This is it. It was a freebie. Free Earth Day. So I don't mind showing this to you, but you can't really see anything anyways. Anyways, it was monochromatic. It's not available anymore. I don't know what count this fabric is. I thought that it was an 18 count. It's more like a 20 or a 22. It's absolutely miserable to stitch on. I over dyed it. It was gifted to me. I don't know. I don't have much left to do. All I have left is the birds, finish the flower on each side, the date is now wrong, and finish the border. And then this will be done. So, once again, somebody hold me accountable. Somebody make me do it. This needs to get finished in January. I'm not going to change the date. That's the level of care that I am at. I just want it done. So, this is getting squashed bananaed into this bin. It needs to get done in January, no later than February. I will go insane. The next one is Plum Street Sampler, which helps me find things. This is Sewn in Friendship. This is the second half of Sewn in Friendship, and this fabric is Picture This Plus Nocturne 32 count Lugana. I'm not very far. Not very far at all. They actually go quite fast. So this is the second half. I've already stitched the heartstring samplery side, and my goal, did I have it wrong? Maybe? Yeah. My goal is to sew them together like you're supposed to and make one long piece. The other one is on a purple fabric that is from Heartstring Samplery. They're both called Sewn in Friendship. If you want to do both sections, you have to buy them both. This is what it looks like all together. So this is the heartstring samplery side. I've already finished that. So I just have this one. God, I need to work on this one. This is one that I want to pull out. I want to get this done this upcoming year. I started it in 2020 when the patterns came out. But it's not going to go in the bin. I need to finish a thing or two, and then that will go in the bin. This is insanity. So this is a restart again, and I believe I restarted it in 2020. Please tell me, but that's whenever I restarted it. I need to get some of these like worked on. I restarted Autumn from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and this is on an 18 count Picture This Plus ale, and that's how far I am. It's not very far. I have a little bit of the apple tree, a little bit of like some of the detail. The rest that's in here is the fabric and the colors for spring and winter. I stitched, okay, a little bit of a story time with this one. So I had started this one whenever it came out. Summer came out first. I stitched it on the called for Coastal from Pictures Plus, but in 18 count. Because it was called Summer Beach Day. And I didn't realize that they were doing a series of seasons. So whenever this one came out, it was just called like apple picking. So it didn't make a connection to me that they were the same size and that they were all going to go together, because they didn't always put the fall, winter, all that kind of stuff in the title. So at least not whenever they were initially released. I think now it's more definitive that they go together. Anyways, I had started this on bigger fabric and everything whenever I realized that they were releasing this as a series, because also it took them a little while to release the next one, and then they took a break and then released the spring and winter ones. I decided excuse me, I decided to get the fabric that I wanted for the rest of the series all in 18 count, so that way they could all be finished the same size. My Summer Beach Day, Heather made it into a flat fold. It's beautiful. I love it. The colors that she chose to accompany it, it's stunning. So maybe she'll want to do the same for these, but I've got to get them stitched. So this is a goal for 2022, is to also finish out this series. But yeah, it's I think it's called like Autumn Apple Picking now or something like that, but it is on their site, and I have the rest all picked out and planned for spring and winter as well. So that's going to be another series that I would love to get finished, but it's going to create more WIPs before it gets rid of WIPs, if that makes sense. But yeah, I restarted that in 2020. This next one is from Plum Street Sampler. And this one is Heaven Gave Rain. I started this one in 2019. It's on a 32 count piece of Picture This Plus Lugana in memory. And I'm not very far at all, but I love this piece. I've literally started the lady. I stitched her skin 1/1, which is how I determined that my Mirabilla would not have skin 1/1. But she does look gorgeous. It's not for me. It's frustrating. So I really need to work on this one. I've kind of pulled, you know, like some cool, fun, crazy colors for it. But this is it. I've tweaked some of the colors though, because I wanted it to look more Victorian, like even more so Victorian. But it says, the heaven gave rain and the earth brought forth her fruit. But yeah, I really like this one. I want to get this one done. I need to work on this one. But it's not going in the bin. It's not going in the move around bin. All right, the next one in here is Cat Lessons for People from Lizzie Kate. And this is on a piece of 32 count Lugana fabric flare fabric, the paw print fabric flare. And that is how far I am. Lizzie Kates go by so fast. I really just need to get going on this. But yeah, so it's from Fabric Flare, and I think yeah, it's just called Paw Prints. But I thought, how cute would that be if I stitched about the cat rules? I also have dog lessons for people that I'm going to do on the other half of the fabric. And I started this one, yikes. Oh, not too bad, 2020. I have a lot of 2020s on my list. I think my oldest WIP now, yeah, my oldest WIPs are 2017. I have a handful. I have only 3 2018s, a handful of 2019s, mostly 2020s, and a handful of 2021s. So, really need to get some of these going. Alright, the next one is another Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I started this one whenever it came out, which makes me feel like it's... Okay, this is one of my 2018s. Again, it's a Halloween one. I feel weird about Halloween at the moment, but I really do like this one, and I like the fabric. This is a Fabrics by LJ fabric that you cannot get anymore. He does not dye fabrics. It's a 16 count, and it was called Starburst. I have sparkles in this. It's really cute. I'm so close actually to a finish. I just need to finish it. So that's going to be a goal this year, is to get this one done, fully finished. I have the hanger that, is it a needle runs through it? Yeah, that a needle runs through it made for this release. So like I have the stuff, I have the hanger to finish it. I just need to work on it. I am mad at myself because this was a sow. So I am mad at myself for one reason. This is the bottom of the stitch. So whenever I go to finish it, I am going to keep this to use for like some smalls. And then this is the top of the stitch. So I'm going to keep this for like some smalls because I really love this fabric. But if it wouldn't have been a sow and I would have known better, like for placement, I would have kept a big chunk of this fabric for myself, because like a bigger chunk. Because it all could have fit on one side and I could have had half of this cut. And now I'm going to have like just enough for maybe four smalls if I'm lucky. But anyways, I love the colors in this. I love it on this fabric. I need to make it a priority to get the Halloween stuff done this next year. And then if I choose to do Halloween going forward, then I do, but if not, I just need to move on with life. This is another one that I started. This is one of my oldest WIPs. This is a 2017. This is a Stitch in Time, and this is a 14 count Pictureless Plus Baroque. It is Stitchrovia. And it was called a Stitch in Time back whenever it very first came out. It was in a magazine. It is now available on her Etsy. Let me see if I can pull up the name of it, because I don't remember if the name changed. Sometimes she has to change the names. Sometimes she has to change the names of the pattern once they become hers again. I think it depends on the magazine and like whatever the contract was. But I do know that she posted it on her Etsy and you can now get the pattern. But it's a sewing machine made up of words. But I still have my copy from whenever it was in a magazine. And anyway, so this is the pattern. Ooh, glare. That's the pattern. It's on her Etsy. It's gorgeous. It's $5.95 and it's now called Stitchy Sewing Machine. But back in the day, it was called a Stitch in Time. So I still call it a Stitch in Time, but now it's called Stitchy Sewing Machine. But yes, I really want to make this into something, for probably something that maybe like a weighted catch-all bag or something for like whenever I sew. I'm not really sure. But that one I also still really, really, really like. So these are all my ones. that were still in Ziplocs, which I still have a couple more in Ziplocs sitting over there. So all right, moving along. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a restart, I think from 2020, because I had started it way before then. Didn't like the fabric. I started it initially on 40 count fabric. Hated it. Actually had a fair amount done, but sent the fabric to somebody else because they wanted to pick it out. And I restarted it on 14 count Pictureless Plus Da Vinci. And this is the Cricut Collection's Master and the Macabre. So this is like the Edgar Allan Poe house, creepy house with all the references to Edgar Allan Poe. I am making color choices, color choice changes, and all kinds of stuff, and really making it my own. I love this piece so much. I love it. That's how far I am. So this is another one that I would love to get out. I really do like Edgar Allan Poe, so this is another one that I really want to get out this next year and work on. This one, I'm going to somehow squeeze its fat butt into this bin because I want to work on this one so bad. And I love this bag so much. So if you know what's in this bag, you know what's in this bag. This is my Owl Forest, and I think this was a 2020 start. This is my Bayou Cat. I have not touched the kit. I picked similar colors, but also changed them up a little bit. So I have different colors. I've left the kit completely alone. I have a working copy for myself, so I'm not really messing up anything. This is on a 32 count Lugana Pictureless Plus in Nocturne. Is this Nocturne? Yes. And like I said, I started this in 2020, but I need to get this back out. I love this piece so much. I love this piece so much. So, I'm making some changes. It's gonna be, I'm making color changes to be like more my style. Especially like with this fabric, and it's just, it's a giant Potter. I mean, let's just be real. So I need to get this back out. I've missed working on it. It's another one that like, it's a big picture thing, but there's a lot of like smaller motifs and stuff in like sections. Like you could do like this section and you could like slowly chip away at it. So this is one that I want to get out and I want to slowly chip away at it. And yeah, this one is going in the travel around bin because I want to make this a priority at the beginning of this year. It's not going to fit. We're going to make it fit. I might not be able to travel around with very much else until some stuff gets finished. This is sad. This is sad. I still have, well, I'm on the third bin, so I mean, I guess we're doing good. Okay. Oh, I haven't put tags on all of these. Shame. I should do more tags. Okay, so this is one of my older WIPs. This is a Barbara Anna. And this is New World. And there's 5 parts to New World. And I have half of World 3 done and part of World 4. And this is on another Fabrics by LJ 18 count in Mermaid's Playground. I was originally going to change up some of the colors and then I decided against it. So these are all the called for colors. And I love it so much. But I started this in 2017. And I know that some shops carry the different parts to this in their shop, like physical copies. But you can also buy, I bought them from creativepoppy.com. And I bought the PDFs of them. But there's 5 worlds. And yeah, I love this one. I need to get this one back out too. Again, small motifs. You can kind of like easily get different things done here and there. I just need to get it back out. I really like this one. So far I'm not wanting to ditch anything. How crazy is that? I've been so like, I want to ditch things like for the last several years, and this time I think I'm like finally happy with like where my WIPs are as far as like amount and what my WIPs are. I just need more time. Because I've also been, if you've been keeping up with the channel, with my channel, I've been very into quilting, and I'm in the middle of working on a puff quilt, and I also just bought some fabric for a new quilt. It's a thing. Anyways, this one is, how do I have it listed in here? I have it listed under hands-on design. This is a 2020 restart. It came out, I believe, originally in 2019, and it's a combo pattern with hands-on designs, Summer House Stitchworks, and ink circles. Yes. And so I have it in my chart under hands-on designs, but this is Needles Dance, and I had bought the kit, so I have the called for everything. So the kit came in a light colorway fabric and a like a bright cobalt blue fabric colorway, and the fabric was so stiff and hard to work with. I still have it, but I hated it so much. So I chose different fabric, and I'm loving it even more. I need to get this out. This is Needles Dance. It's on 32 count pictures plus spice, and I think, well, I need to do this, but I think the colors pop just as much on this as it was going to on the navy. Again, placement, I could have fit the whole thing this way instead of starting it in the middle. I don't know why. For some reasons, I am the way that I am, but at the same time, I'm probably okay with it because I'm not as big of a fan of uneven linen. But anyway, so that's where I'm at. The colors on Spice pop so much, and it's going to end up being beautiful. I just obviously need to get it back out. But these are the two colorways that it came in. I got the navy. I hated the fabric, so I'm doing it now in Spice. But that's what it looks like. And it's from, like I said, I have it under hands-on design just for my records, but Ink Circles, Hands-on Designs, and Summer House Stitchworks all kind of created this pattern. And it was only originally available in 2019 as a kit, and then the next year they released it to the general public, so you are able to get it now. Alright, the next one was also a 2020 start because this is my printed fabric from Rogue Cross Stitch. And the name of this fabric, this is another Barbara Anna, and I know it's a 2020. Why can I not find you? It's a Barbara Anna. It's called A Pearl from the Sea. Again, I bought the online copy from Creative Poppy. It's on Sunflower Prints, and it's called Ocean 2, and you can get it from Rogue Stitching. But it's basically a little mermaid on a flamingo, and I really need to like work on this one because I had started this for Jackie as a Christmas gift, so maybe it'll be a 2022 Christmas gift. Yikes, 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 yikes. Okay, this one also a 2020. This is a black, no, well this is a 2020, but I almost told you the wrong WIP. Is this a 2020? Or is it 2019? Who are you? This is, yes, this is a 2020. This is from Not Forgotten Farm. I don't have the cover sheet printed out because I bought this online through Not Forgotten Farm's Etsy. But the fabric is a 36 count Picture This Plus in Heritage, and this is the pattern Melancholy. A lot of people were doing this one, and I started it, and it's literally a simple, it's super simple. I just need to get it back out and work on it, but I changed a lot of the colors. I think the only thing that I may change is this lighter color. I really liked it, but like it just doesn't show up. And I'm stitching it 1/2. yeah, I want to change that. And I just haven't. I need to get this back out. But a lot of people were stitching it and have already completed it. It's really cute. Let me see. I can read to you what it says. I just don't have the cover sheet. Oh, I didn't buy the PDF of this. I just don't have, anyways, it's in a bin. But it says industry is the best cure for melancholy. And it has like thread and a needle and scissors and a basket with like a somewhat dead plant coming out of it. It's really cool. Anyways, I did buy a couple of Not Forgotten Farm patterns on Etsy in the physical copies, and that's one of them, but I'm protecting them. I don't keep the originals in all of my WIPs because whenever I'm stitching like on the couch or in bed or something, which I don't do very often, but like, anyways, I've had things get ruined because of the cats. Well, mostly Gizmo. She spilled water on originals before, and Potter would not jump on tables and possibly spill water, but Stella will. Potter, what he would do is he lays on the entire thing and crumples it and ruins them that way, and also like picks at the edges of paper, and Stella rips paper and runs away with it. So for some of them, some of them, if I'm doing a lot of color changes or a lot of pattern changes, I keep the original in it, and I'm just very conscious about where the pattern is sitting and the access that they have to it while I'm working on it and it's out. But for a lot of them, if I'm not changing anything other than maybe like some colors or something, and it's not like something that I want to reference the color version of it very much, I put them away for safekeeping because I don't like the originals to get messed up. I mean, it still happens, but it is what it is. I try to mitigate that, and it sometimes works and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so this is the Blackbird design that I barely have anything done on, and a lot of people have also finished this one. I know Emily recently just finished hers, so you should go check her out. Go check out our Instagram. The picture is stunning. It's beautiful. I changed up some of the colors and wanted to stitch it on a crazy fabric color. This is Blackbird Designs, and it's called the Partridge sewing box, but you may have seen it talked about or on people's socials. This again started in 2020 as that damn bird sow, but it's actually called Partridge sewing box, and it's in the Blackbird Designs is it summer, winter, autumn like bird thing, where like you need all three parts to finish the full thing. Anyways, there's some smalls in those 3 books, those seasonal books, that there's only 3 seasons, not 4. And I believe it's in the first one. It's the one that starts with the A. Is that summer? I can't remember. Anyways, it's one of those. They're over there because I try to protect them, and also because it fits in a tinier bag if I don't. But I started it on a 32 count Picture This plus Lugana in Lily Pad. So mine definitely will look a little different from everyone else's. They kept it pretty prim. I kept my colors prim and my fabric crazy. I don't know why, but I just thought he looked so cool. So I need to work on this one. It is a lot. It's a lot of stitching. It's small, but it is a lot of stitching. So he's just a fun one that I need to get back out. Let's see. What is in this one? This one is New York Dreamer, The Lord is My Shepherd. Another 2020, because I had started a whole bunch of stuff in 2020, like all right at like the end of the year, I think. And this was one of them. And so it's just a very small start, but it's New York Dreamer, The Lord is My Shepherd. So it is the Lord is My Shepherd prayer. And so it's mostly words with little tiny, well, this is my working copy, so it's in black and white, but I'm changing up a lot of the colors. This is fabric that I dyed. I called it fungi because it kind of looks like mushrooms, but it's a 14 count that I dyed. And yeah, I'm changing up a lot of the colors. but it's mostly words with little tiny motifs. So again, once I decide to get this out, it could possibly go pretty quick. So that's another little fun one that I need to get back out. Last one in this bin. We're making our way through. I have yet to want to get rid of anything. How crazy is that? Ooh, technically none of these are started. This is a kit, so don't even need to cover this one right now. That needs to go somewhere else. Okay, let me put these back. And, oops. We have one more bin and a couple just sitting out. So I'm going to move to the ones just sitting out so we can put them in bins. Makes sense. Okay. So, again, I just need to work on this one. I actually have wanted to work on this one. I just haven't pulled it out. This is my Lizzie Kate Christmas Rules. I think I started this in 2018. Yeah, 2018. This is one of my 2018s. So this is my Lizzie Kate Christmas Rules. I've already finished Lizzie Kate's Halloween Rules. I did it on the same piece of fabric. It's 32 count Lugana. Picture this plus sterling. So a nice like silvery blue. I have 6 of the rules finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I have 6 left to finish and then finish half of the border or the top. So I was going to kind of like finish one, do some, finish one, do some, finish one, do some. So this one I really want to get finished because I want to make it a soft wall hanging where one side is Christmas and one side is the Halloween rules. And so I'm actually going to somehow shove this one in there too. Oh no. There's a rip in my bag, and now threads are falling everywhere. Good times. Good times. Okay. So, how did that even happen? What? All right, so I'm going to get a new bag for that guy, and he's going to go in the bin because it is something that I really do want to work on. Maybe that's where this random blue came. Whatever. Okay. All right, so this is one that is going to go back in the bins for now, and not like the traveling bin of like things that I want to work on because I haven't decided yet if I'm insane. This is Cottage Country Needleworks. I think this is another, yeah, it's another 2020 start. It's on a 32 count Pictures Plus in Gothic, Lugana. And this is Away We Go, which the front doesn't say that. It's so weird. The front does not say the title, but the back does. I don't know. Anyways, it came out in 2019. I started in 2020. This is the pattern. But I have picked out colors and placed it on the fabric to do another set of houses so I could move the moon and move the snowflakes to be able to do all of the reindeer. Am I crazy? Maybe. I have a fair amount done, though. I have a fair amount done. I have like a decent start on 3 of the houses. I may be crazy. But anyways, it was just an idea to like have all of the reindeer. And that's how many it would take. I like counted it out and kind of semi-plotted it. So I have to be in the mood to want to like work on that and like think. And I just haven't been in that kind of a mood. This is another series that I really want to finish. And this is why they were together. I don't have any of these in progress, but this is the Halloween version of what I'm about to show you. But these are the Scary Apothecaries. It's just kitted, but I have finished 3 out of the 9 of those. And for my Secret Santas, which came out, I think the same year. Yeah, 2020. No, the next year. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them left. Do I only have 5 of them left? 5.5. Is that right? Shit. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Okay, so I have 3 of them finished and 1 of them in progress. So this is technically my WIP, but there is potential spam is calling me. So the Secret Santa part is that every pattern gave you a section of the 9th Santa. So you had to get the whole series to get the 9th Santa. And that was the secret part. Well, I've stitched 3 of them, and I have that much of the secret one done. So I just need to finish the other 5 in the Secret Santa. So this is another series that I want done, but I'm a tiny bit further on this one than Scary Apothecary, because Scary Apothecary I only have 3 finished. But this one I have a part of a 4th because like I've finished these patterns, so I've done what was on these guys. This is on a 32 count Lugana fabric flare, and I think it was just called Snowflakes. Yeah, it was just called Snowflakes from the store that I bought it from, so I think that's probably the title of it. But anyways, I have some Krynic. They have Krynic on them. So this is a series that I want to get done this year, so that way I can, and also the Scary Apothecary, but I just don't have any Scary Apothecaries right now in WIP format. This one I do. So these are other ones that whenever I get some of this pile like knocked out or kind of like a handle on things, I kind of want to work on them simultaneously, like maybe finish a Santa, finish a Scary Apothecary, finish a Santa, finish a Scary Apothecary, and just get them knocked out so I can finish them in similar ways to display them in my house for those seasons. So why did I just put that away without putting the actual stuff inside? Okay. The next one, I only have 2 left sitting over here, and then we have 1 bin with probably only 5 that I can show you because I do still have a secret stitch that I'm not showing anybody. It is what it is. Okay, so this one is a Little House Needleworks, and it's called Sugar and Spice. I'm doing it on a 16 count Picture This Plus in Barnwood, and I want to say this is, I think it's like this. That's how far I've gotten. I've not gotten very far. This is the pattern as a whole. Good times. Good times. I have a lot to go on this one. I wanted to get this one done and knocked out. I really like it. I think it's super, super cute. I haven't done it. I haven't gotten it out and worked on it. And now I'm kind of in and out of wanting to stitch on Christmas stuff, so it's gonna go back in the bin. I eventually want it done. We'll see. We'll see. All right, the last one. This one may stay out, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. So this one is from the Hummel book that was given to me. And this one is called Mother of Swans. It's harder to show things out of like the older books because the patterns are on the same page. But this was a 2021 start. And this is a 32 count Zweigart. I think it's a Lugana. It's an even weave. But it's a 32 count Zweigart, and the floral pattern on it, it's called Floor. So that's where I'm at. So a lot of changing of colors, a lot of backstitch. I really, really, really like it. There's a couple of them in the book that I want to stitch for sure for my hall bathroom because I love Hummels. I want to stitch most of the book, to be quite honest, but there's a couple that I want to go in a particular spot in my house, in the hall bathroom. But I just thought she would look so cute on this floral fabric, and I love it on the floral fabric. I think it just kind of like adds, one, the vintage kind of like look and feel, but also with the pattern, it kind of like fits. So this one, it doesn't fit in here, but we're going to keep it out with this guy. All right. Last ones. All right. Let me just pull out the ones that I'm going to show. Come out. All right, so this is the end of the line. Oh, plus the 3 in front of me. So we're getting close. We're getting close. All right, so this is Pavane. This one I want to pull out too. I love this one so much. I feel like I should work on this one a little bit every month and just like slowly knock it out because I love working on this one. This is Long Dog Sampler. I started this in 2020. It's on 32 count Lugana. Picture this plus in, wait, was this a 2020 start? Ooh, it might have been in 2019. Where are you at, Long Dog? There it is. Yeah, it is a 2020, and it's called Feldspar. Whew, I love it. I love it so much. I'm mostly doing it in, this is actually JP Coats, and the color is Coraline, and I'm also, the blue that I'm doing it with is 930. So I'm doing the animals and the vases for Pavane in 930 and all the rest hot pink. I love it. This is one page. It's kind of like, this is the start of page 2. I forget where exactly page 2 started. I think it started somewhere around like right here. But anyways, I have one page out of 9 done and about half of page 2 finished. So I really just need to keep this out and work on it like slowly because it is so much fun to work on. I love this one. It is fun. I love my color choices. I have no regrets at all. So this one is also going to stay out. I want to touch this one a little bit every month for sure. This one is Lady of the Flag. I'll show her last. I really love her. This is Design a Sampler. I started this one. This is a heartstring samplery. And I started this one also in 2020. So this is the Design a Sampler. It's a really big pattern. So you get the phrase, all I'm saying is that you've never seen me crying and eating tacos at the same time. But it's called Choose Your Motto Sampler. And in the pattern, she gives you 2 options. And then on her Etsy shop, and I think even like her actual website, she curated probably like 10 or 12 other phrases that you could buy if you like one of them for like, I think it's like $3 or $4 that you get these other phrases to put in the middle. Or you can do a custom with her, I believe, and she will help chart whatever you want the inside of yours to say. Like if you don't want to chart it yourself, she can help chart something that fits in this spot. But I have a long way to go till I'm there. So I don't even care what I want the center to say yet because it doesn't matter yet. This is big. It's massive. It's massive. It's like an old school sampler. It's 205 by 171. I'm doing it on 32 count Lugana in fog. And I have the tiniest start. I haven't worked on this one since I started it. That's how much I have. Just a little bit in the corner. Just a small start over here. I know, sad. But it's going to be really cool at some point one day. So this bin is all my big boys. All the really, really, really big girls. They live in here. Okay. This is One Nation. This is from Bygone Stitches. Again, another really big girl. Big girl. This is on an 18 count. This is one of my oldest WIPs. I think this is a 2017. I need to get more work done on this one as well. It's by Bygone Stitches. It's called One Nation. It's on 18 count Pictureless Plus Murky. It's the American flag, but where the stripes are the state names in order that they were brought into the Union. And there's cute little motifs, like there's little birdie. Anyways, I was trying to like get to the end to see how long it is. The words go by really fast. It's just big. It's just really, really, really big. So basically, this is the middle line, right? And I've gone all the way across, so I know how long it's going to be. So now what I was doing is I was working my way up a little ways. I was working my way up to see the height in tallness. And then I'll also work my way down. I'm trying to get the like smaller pages done, and then I'm going to kind of like, I don't know, I move around because sometimes I want to work on the stars and the blue, and sometimes I want to get something easy and like get some of the names of the states in. So anyways, I pull out this one at least once a year and work on it for a little bit. So it's going to take me a while unless I like devote time to it, but I really like this one. It's very nice. And I almost have a page finish. It's like the end pieces, so they aren't big pages. This one is All Creatures Big and Small. This one's big. This is another one of my oldest ones. This is my oldest one. This is another 2017. It's on 18 count. I dyed it. I called it Blue Sky, but I dyed it with food coloring. I dyed it with food coloring. This is Barbara Anna, All Creatures Big and Small. All I've done is the center. And part of Adam and Eve. I really need to get this one out again and like work on motifs. I know that you can buy this one physical copy in shops, but I bought it online, digital copy. If you want to see this one done, I first saw this piece from Marla. I think her screen name is The Humble Needle on Instagram. Whenever I met her at ABC Stitch Therapy at a Houston meetup. I don't have the whole thing printed out because I bought it online and I didn't print out the cover sheet. This is the back sheet with the such a crappy copy. It doesn't really show it. It's massive. There's like a giant hill and a house. Anyways, Marla finished it years ago because she either finished it in 2017 or 2018. And it was gorgeous, and I loved it, and I fell in love with it, and I had to buy it. And Emily C, Eclectic Possessions, here on YouTube and Instagram, she's also finished it. I know other people have, but they're the two that I know for a fact have finished it. If you want to see the full thing, and I know Emily did like color changes and stuff like that, which are always amazing and gorgeous. So go check out both of theirs. They look very different, same pattern. But that is one that I also need to like just get out every once in a while and just get some stuff done on it. Okay. My Lady of the Flag. When did I start her? 2018. Ugh, I need to get her back out. I love working on her. I leave her in a hoop because that's how confident I am that I will pull her out often. And I just need to do it, honestly. For being a mirror, I actually have a fair amount done. I am, which I think I have my pattern. Yeah, I have it over there for safekeeping. It's not an original release of the pattern. It's like the anniversary release. But anyways, this is what she looks like if you haven't seen her. But what I am doing, well, that's a permanent marker, but whatever. Savannah, who is on here as Savannah M, I think, on YouTube, and she's So Livy Dyes on Instagram, and she dyes yarn now, but she still cross stitches and she knits sweaters, and oh my god, they're amazing, and dyes yarn and sells it. Anyways, she rounded hers off a little bit higher than mine, but I've already stitched to the bottom of the flag, so she helped me kind of like stagger it so that way I knew where to cut it off. I'm not doing the bottom half. I am rounding mine off about like this and just doing the top half. I'm also making a lot of changes. I'm doing the green colorway, which I think Savannah also did the green colorway, and instead of doing beads, she did Cricut, so she has also shared her Cricut conversion with me, because I really just, I don't really want to do beads. So I'm doing the green colorway. I'm changing the roses up at the top from red to yellow to be for Texas. I'm changing her hair to a brown conversion, but I love her. I love her. I need to work on her more. Mira's always felt scary to me, but she does not feel scary to me, and I love her so much, and I need to work on her more. I'm surprised I printed this. I don't normally print out the black and whites, but also that was a long time ago, and I think I used to do it back in the day. I don't really do that anymore. Whatever. Alright, so I started her in 2018. She's on a 32 count piece of Pictureless Plus Lugana in Heroic. The reason why I picked Heroic is because I really liked that it was a really nice parchment kind of neutral, but it has splatters of pink and blue in it. And I was like, it's Lady of the Flag. She's holding the American flag. Splatters of pink and blue. Sounds right. Alright, so next up, I'll show this one first. I did start this last year. This is like my new year, new start. And it's a German needlepoint, and it's the, I'm totally going to mess it up if I try and say what famous painting this is, but it's a famous painting by Lindbergh. It's the angel on the bridge with the children, and I have a small start. I have some of the flowers done over here in the corner, right here. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that there's thread on some of these flowers? Like right here, there's more of that pink that goes up there. So you can see I've started the process. You have to use all 6 strands. It's gonna go through so much of the colors, but there's the DMC list right there, and then they show you it next to the colors to help you out as well. But yeah, I got this in Germany whenever I was like, it was either 10, 11, or 12 whenever we went, so it's been a really long time. And so anyways, I'm eventually going to need to get so many colors, but I'm just slowly working on it. I need to work on this some too. You have to be in the mood, because finagling with that canvas is difficult for me. Okay, so the last thing are my 2 HAEDs. Alright, so my Titanic HAED I started in 2020, and this is where I'm at. So I shrunk it in and I shrunk it up. I'm just stitching the boat, but I have a fair amount. Like, this is how tall it's gonna be, and that is how wide it's gonna be. So but yeah, all of this is black. It's just black fill-in. And this is like my black leftover because I was working on closing in this section, so that way I could literally just sit there and fill black in. Why are all my HAEDs so black heavy? I don't know. But yeah, so this is where I'm at with my Titanic. Potter hair stands out really well on it. But yeah, I love this. I love the Titanic, period, point blank, end of story, end of discussion. No discussion needed. This is on an 18 count Ada, and I over dyed it with like some blue and stuff, so that way the ship especially, you wouldn't see too much see-through, or like you wouldn't see too much of the fabric. If it was stark white, it would be a whole lot worse, but like far back you can't tell. Up close you can, obviously, but anyways, I really, really, really like it. And I do have 2 page finishes. No, 3. 1, 2, 3, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, I have, how many pages left? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6 pages left to like really like work on, but a big chunk of it will come out whenever that's done. But it's a lot of confetti, don't get me wrong, and it's a lot of sky. But I have this whole like the upper decks to do. I still have some of that to do, and like the front, the rope lines and things like that. But it's gonna take me some time, but I really, really enjoy working on this, and I have worked on it a little bit both years that it's been a WIP for me. And then saving her for last, Annalisa. So this is my first HAED, my biggest HAED, and I started her in 2017. Again, this is on an 18 count Aida that I dyed myself, and literally I flash dipped this in gray Rit dye. It's called Nothing Will Save Me. Eventually, at some point, I'm going to have to stand to show her to you, but right now I still don't. So I'm staggering my pages by columns and rows, and I have I have 2 fully page finishes, the mostly black page and this one right here. Her face is almost complete, so this is a goal for me for this year: complete her face, complete this page. And I think what I'm going to do is I might start filling in this half of the diagonal, but the next goal is to start the next diagonal down too. So I'm going to, anyways, that's where she's at. But this is Nothing Will Save Me from HAED, 18 count. Her face is literally human size, and she's going to end up being 25.5 by 35.5 inches. I need to work on her more. I absolutely love her. More than 50% of this stitch is black. Or not more than. It's like 48%, I think, is black. Because there is like 6 or 7 solid pages of just black stitching. This has speckles, but the whole rest, past I think this page, is black. With like the exception of the very top of her veil. On 2 of the pages. And then down part of the sides is all black, and anyways, there's a lot of black. But y'all mostly care about her face, I'm sure, and her hair. She's so gorgeous. Hey, Potter. Yeah. So, see, in this video, they haven't like come to like chill, but you've seen Potter and Stella now, which is exciting. And it's the end, or close to. So I need to finish this page so badly. And then this page, what's up with this and why it's like this is all of this section has the speckles, the different color blue speckles. But all of this is solid black. So I sectioned this off for myself, so that way if I just needed something mindless to do, I could sit here and just fill in black. And then this one I actually have to pay a little bit more attention to this section of the page. But yeah, the goal for this year is to finish those 2 pages and keep going with her, but I need to just get her out more often. I love her so much. And you can see where there are blank spots. But this page is almost done too. Just absolutely stunning. And like from far away, I mean, it's a lot of blues and purples. From like far away though, it's gonna be amazing. It's so crazy watching these come together to like make these shadows and all these it's amazing. It's a fantastic process. Now, I wish I would have requested to make her into a mini, but it's too late now. It's too late now. Those are all of my WIPs. I'm filming this a little bit before the first of the year, so it is possible that I'll have one more WIP at that point, but that video will go up the day before this one, so just keep that in mind. At this point, I didn't want to get rid of anything, so it was a true WIP parade and not a ditch the stitch, which is crazy. I haven't not done a ditch the stitch in a while, so yeah, I hope that you enjoyed that and liked looking at my WIPs and all the information on them. If you have any questions, please let me know. Am I stitching anything that you're also stitching? Convince me to get certain ones out. There is only one WIP that I did not show, but I've never shown it, and I don't plan on showing it until it and the rest of them are done. And I don't know when that's going to be. So that one stays a mystery. But help keep me accountable on the couple of the ones that I just need to get out of this pile. But other than that, this next year's goal is to hopefully start less, or like start less that aren't in a series that's already started. It's kind of the same goals as last year. Get more of these done, but most importantly, like even if my WIP number stays high, I want to get a fair amount of work done on some of these bigger ones that I haven't touched in a while. But I also just want to prioritize ones that I really want to work on, which I really want to work on pretty much everything, but there are some that I want to work on them because I just want to get them done. There's some that I want to work on because I just really, really want to work on them. I love them, and I want to see them done, also at the same time. But there's others that, like, it would be nice to start dwindling down how old some of my WIPs are. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.